Hey again.
Yeah, hi everyone.
Welcome to the Yarn Makers Live.
Woo-hoo! We live, baby.
Hello, hello. Let's see who have we got to say hi to. So far Lizzie is here in the front row. Hi, Vicky.
Lizzie.
And Roberta, and hello, Ashley and Lisa. Good morning. I saw Lisa right before she went to bed, and I'm seeing her right now in the morning.
That's amazing.
I know. Hi, Life is a Gem, and Alice, and Denise, and Cabin Fever. Oh, Vicky says, "Hey, Mel, forgot to tell you this morning on your live that she likes your haircut."
Oh, we all love it.
That's if y'all can hear me. My connection ain't good.
We're hearing you now.
Okay,
Hi,
good.
Terry and Tiffany and Samantha and Carrie and Gina. Hello, hello.
Hello, everybody. Deborah Pete's here. Hi, Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
Thanks, Lisa. Thank you, Yarn Moods. Thank you so much. And I have to apologize. I believe I was calling Ashley a morning Alicia. Even though I know, but she corrected me though. She's good about that.
There you go.
Hi, Sydney. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Ed. Hi, Deneen. Hi, Kelly.
Hello.
Everybody's coming in. This is so much fun.
Kelly's watching us on her TV.
Yeah,
I love Saturdays.
I do too.
Hi, Harriet.
Hi, Rio de Janeiro.
Hi from Georgia. You're not too far from Renia. Even when I read it wrong. Oh.
Hey, Sparkles.
Hi, Sarah.
Mel's got a little bit of a robot talk today because her connection is so bad up there in the mountains and it's really windy. So if it looks like we're ignoring her, we're not. We just can't understand what she's saying. So we smile and nod a lot.
That's right.
They ignore me.
Oh, we are on Denise's big TV.
In the yarn room, just where we belong, right?
That's right. Hi, Sylvia. Good afternoon. Hi, Jamie. Yes, or Alice, I did get coffee with my dad. Actually, we got some yerba mate.
Ooh.
And that is interesting. We had some of that. And I think I'm going to go get some more. I don't know. It's something different. Sometimes you just get a little bit too much caffeine in your system.
Do you know, I drink caffeine and eat, I very rarely have caffeine. So when I have even just a little bit, I am zooming. And then my husband, he gets a great big old, like this size iced coffee every single day and doesn't even touch him.
Oh, Lisa, the kitchen problem. Nobody's even started on it yet. I mean, I think it's probably going to start next week. The tearing of our kitchen floor is going to be next week.
Yeah, I don't think Mel heard about that. So Ginger's been having drainage issues in the kitchen, and so they put a camera down and on a snake and snaked out where the problem was, and it turns out the piping has collapsed and they need to replace it, but the place where it's collapsed is directly under her kitchen. So they literally have to go through her kitchen floor to repair this problem.
Yeah, they're going to have to take out all the concrete. It's going to be a big deal.
Wow. You get a new
Huh?
I'm sorry. Can y'all understand me?
Not really. Put your message in the private chat and we'll translate.
Yeah.
No, I actually have the regular chat up. Some be like,
Oh, yeah, type some in the chat. I'm so sorry, Mel.
Mel's like, maybe I should just be in the audience tonight. And we're like, no, people need to see you.
Yeah, we need to see you.
To see your smiling face.
And your beautiful haircut. Oh,
maybe you'll be able to hear me a little bit at some point.
yeah. Well, between the typing and the talking, we'll get what you're trying to say.
Right?
So let's see. Lisa asked what's on everybody's hook. I have got. I'm still working on the scarf. It's gotten a little bit longer, and I want to show you this new cowl I made. This is. I had some more of that yarn left, so I made a pink one.
Peter, can you toss me that hat? Yeah, just throw it. Just throw it.
Oh, you want it?
Yeah, just throw it.
You really want it?
Yeah.
I'm seeing if I'm trying to hold it up the right way. There we go. Oh, thank you, Lisa.
I love that whenever Ginger puts on anything she made, there's still ends.
I know.
I love that.
Well, you know. Here.
I'm still working on my skulls blanket for my son. I've got 4 of the squares made, so I have 8 to go. But each square takes almost 3 hours, so
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
it's going to be a long row to hoe. So
Yeah.
yesterday I just didn't want to work on it for a little while. I needed to take a little break from it, so I made a hat. I was working on a plan for
Oh,
a
from
hat.
your hat.
Love
And
it.
my hat's got a little hole in the back so I can pull a ponytail through it. So let me see if I can do it.
I love that.
It needs work. This is just
Let me
a
see.
prototype. My ponytail hat.
I love that. Hi, Leah. And I was going to say, hi, Hook to the left.
So there's my ponytail hat.
So cute.
I love that. That is adorable.
So I did this one I worked at bottom up.
Uh-huh.
And I think I'm going to try it again, but I'm going to work top down because I would rather increase than decrease. I don't like decreasing. I would much rather increase.
I don't. When I decrease, it looks sloppier, I think.
Yeah, I just don't like them. I mean, you can do the invisible increase or decrease, but I just don't like it. I don't like it as much. It's harder to work with, and so yeah. So hopefully I'll get that worked out this week and maybe get a pattern out. We'll see.
That would be awesome. Oh, hi, Mom. Hello, hello.
Oh, sure, Jamie. Let me go grab one.
This
My
is, I
phone.
See how
think, maybe 20 inches around, 21 inches around. I gotta say hi to everybody who's coming in. Let's see. Hi, Karen and Joe Fagan. And the Yarn Fairy.
Started a blanket I saw in the Facebook group.
Let's see who else is coming. You guys, if I'm missing anybody, I apologize. Hi. Oh, who's?
I think this one needs to go. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I just did it.
Oh, good. Get him.
I just did it. Yeah.
You're a tiger, Ginger. Rawr. Let's see here. I'm going to make sure I'm answering all the questions. How you doing there, Mel? Hook to the left.
I don't know. You guys tell me. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but you're actually frozen. But
Yeah,
we can
you're
hear you.
frozen, but we can hear you.
Do I have a goofy look on my face?
No, you're just holding your coffee.
Yes. I might have to go make a cup of coffee in a little bit.
I understand that feeling.
So, Jamie, here's the black one. I don't know if you can see the black as well because of the background, but he wants white and black.
That is looking good.
And then we're going to join them with the red. So
Pretty.
Awesome.
It is. We're going through. We're stash busting. We're going through some yarn. I can get 2 squares out of a skein, so.
Oh,
I had to buy some more mainstays.
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
The Yarn Fairy says, Julie, I finished that blanket yesterday afternoon and started another last night. Dang, just realized the new one is number 7 for the year, not number 6.
Holy night.
Yarn Fairy,
Holy night.
awesome.
Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Jamie.
So
Hi,
something
TKW.
that and my cat's butt was
What's
frozen in the air. So, whatever works for us.
Leah Arnold says, where online is a good place to buy blocking supplies? I never block anything, so.
I don't either.
No, Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Amazon.
I'm guessing you just get the foam mat.
You can get they have very cheap. They have a kit where you can get the foam mat with the little pins. I'll find a link real quick.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So, okay.
Oh.
Sarah says I buy mine on Amazon. Sarah, I need to message you on Instagram. I've got an important thing I need to send you.
So Deneen says, I am going to make a skull poncho. Have to figure out the pattern, but going to filet crochet the skull. So Deneen, if you go on Fiber Spider's channel, he actually has a scarf, blanket, and shawl. And the shawl is triangular. So I don't know if using any of those would help if you wanted to do it this style rather than the filet. It's up to you. I mean, if you want to do fillets, that's awesome too. But he does have all those different options for that particular pattern. And it's called Lost Souls. So there's a Lost Soul shawl. There's 2 variations of a Lost Soul blanket. Am I saying Lost Souls, not Lost Shawls? And a Lost Souls scarf. So all different kinds of options there.
Wow. Ed says all of Yarn Fairy's blankets are single strand, also adult size. Oh my God.
Wow. She is a crochet machine.
Yes.
Crochet machine.
Love, love, love.
Is she keeping track of her yardage?
Yeah, we're going to need to know the yardage.
I've got about 3 skeins, I want to say, that I've got to record. Got to record them. Lee Smith, on my hook, the beanie that Julie showed us how to make in a scrap blanket. Awesome. I actually do have a beanie somewhere around here that I'm working on my lunch break, but I only work on it at work on my lunch break, so I don't even know where it is.
Ed says, yes, she is tracking her yardage.
Awesome. She's already been around the earth like twice.
Wow.
She's going to be like to the moon and back.
That's awesome.
Ow.
Oh, Mel's making quite a face. Must be her cat got her.
Uh-oh.
Deneen says, I have sold hundreds of the dragonfly ponchos. Hope they will sell. The skulls will sell too. They probably will.
Yeah.
I would think so, especially because, fall, Halloween.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the dragonflies too. I made a dragonfly blanket once and it was fun. I really liked making that.
I made a dragonfly soap wash set. There's like a cover for the soap and a washcloth.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Awesome.
Lisa says, Ginger, the Yarn Fairy is like you, a crocheting machine.
Right, for sure. For sure. I didn't get as much done this week as I would have liked.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same. I was off, and I thought I'd have all this time to get stuff done, and I didn't because I ran it.
Yeah, it happens.
Life
'Cause
gets in the way.
then you also need to catch up with the naps.
Yeah. I just slept in, actually. I just slept in.
Well, that's awesome too. Hi, Dawn.
Pictures with my, because I was in bed for too long, so she came up and snuggled with me. Remember those pictures?
Yes. Those are so cute.
Yarn Fairy has a spreadsheet where she's tracking. At this moment, drum roll please, I have 14,950.2 yards for the year.
Oh my
I'll order either a 4 or a 3 weight and use I, J, or K hooks.
Oh my goodness.
4,000. What?
Holy cow. I
That is
know.
awesome.
That's awesome. That's a great way to recover from
Yes, from COVID,
from me being sick, you know. Awesome. Yeah, I was visiting my father-in-law at the nursing home today, and he mentioned to me that there was a woman down the hall in a wheelchair, and that she had an Afghan that she always had on her lap when she was in the wheelchair. And I thought, oh, maybe he's hinting, maybe he wants a little Afghan because he's also in a wheelchair. So
That's so sweet.
might have to look into making him a little Afghan.
Yeah, you definitely should. That would be great. Sarah, I think we've all done this. It's so good to be awake watching you. The last 2 times I fell asleep and woke with my iPad stuck to my cheek.
Or I hit myself in the head. Oh.
And woke yourself up. I do that, Mel. That's what I do. Because I read on my Kindle every night. It's for me, if I go on any other kind of screen, I end up being more awake. So I've always read before going to bed. Even when I was a kid, I'd be under the covers with a flashlight. So I like to read on my Kindle, and then I turn it all the way down to the dimmest setting, and I just read. I swear, every once in a while I fall asleep, and the next thing I know, it's like, boom, right.
Yep.
Same here. Sarah, your face cheek, right?
I'm sure.
I remember one time when I was doing those 5 o'clock in the morning lives, that people just kept getting timed out for some reason. We couldn't figure out what it was. And I Love Yarn, Debbie from I Love Yarn was one of the moderators, because everybody almost was a moderator on my live, and she kept falling asleep and rolling over on her phone and timing people out.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I love that. I love that so much.
I know.
It was once you figured out, it's like, Debbie's sleeping.
Yeah, Debbie's sleeping. Well, that actually happened a second time that she did that on a different day.
So Ashley said to Janine that she could probably do her skull shells in bright colors for Dia de los Muertos as well. And I love that idea. That would be really
great idea.
Like really super bright colors with like black trim.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Janine says, I was knitting in my yarn room and fell asleep. I never do that crocheting. I had big TV set for your live. Your music woke me. Yay!
The end music or the beginning? Was that, I'm guessing that was today, so it would have been the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we got another one, Ginger.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I can
go get him. And when you get him, tell him, go Ginger, go Ginger. Sorry. Little cheer from the high school days.
Oh. There was always, I knew the cheers that weren't quite so nice. Like, you G-L-Y, you ain't got no alibi, you're ugly. Absolutely ugly.
You ugly.
Hey, what do you say? How do you think you got that way, your mama? Hey, your mama.
Oh my God.
I haven't heard the verse, that second verse. Yeah, that's the first I've heard that one.
Kids
I
are
like
amazing.
Go get him. And when you get him, tell him, go. Well, here they say the school name, but for today it was Ginger. Oh my gosh. I used to teach them to my little kiddos.
Aw.
when I was a teacher, because the little girls just loved that.
Oh,
I
that's
bet.
so
I didn't really
sweet.
care too much, but the little girls really liked it.
Joe Fagan saying SNL. Was that on SNL?
No, SNL had the two cheerleaders too. I don't know if they did that cheer or not. I learned that one actually. Oh gosh, it was after high school, and we used to go to my nephew's high school football games. So we were adults, you know. I had like my son was a little baby, but yeah.
Right.
So the cheerleaders used to do that one.
No.
They'd say go 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 Devils because that was our team name. So yeah. Yes, why not? We know Mel keeps freezing up. She's having some signal issues because she is up
Yeah,
in
but
those
she
mountains.
keeps typing stuff in.
I don't see the stuff she's typing in. Where is she typing?
Oh, well, she was for a little bit.
She's probably left. She's like, I am going out to get some dinner. Y'all have a good time.
Yeah. I'll put a picture of myself right here, and everybody will just think I'm frozen. You could do that.
Do you remember? I don't know if anyone else remembers this, but it was right when it was during the lockdown, and the woman who played Phyllis on The Office apparently is a big crocheter and knitter, and she did that commercial. Did you ever see it? The ad where
Yeah,
she
was it Michael's or Joanne?
Oh, maybe it was Joanne. I don't remember, but she had the cardboard cutout and she sat in front of her chair, and she'd be in the other room knitting or crocheting, and they would say, Phyllis, are you there? And she'd go, yeah, I'm here. I'm just frozen.
I love it. That's perfect.
I love it. Oh, Yarn Fairy says, Mel's busy reading the chat. I'm watching her eyes.
Nice.
I am.
Oh, yep. There's Hook to the left. My connection is horrid today. I'm not talking much because of it. Yeah.
That is all right.
Oh, Lynette was crying a while ago. Her plastic yarn organizer shelf collapsed and broke. Does that mean I have too much yarn?
No, it means you
There's
just need to get stronger shelves.
It just means that you have not enough insulation, because when it comes to yarn, we're starting to refer to it as insulation.
Right.
It keeps your house warm in the winter and cool in the summer if you just stack it up on all the walls.
Which is what I have done.
Which is what Ginger has done. It's money saving, energy efficient.
Hi, Cynthia. I saw your message. I am going to email, or I'm going to send you either a message or an email after the show. I've got to get caught up on so much mailing stuff, you guys. But I've told myself I've got some. I am not opening any of the boxes of yarn I'm getting until I get everything sent off.
That is self-discipline. Good job, Ginge.
I've got a big furls box sitting up in my room right now. It's a big
booty to the post office, sister.
It's a big furls box.
Oh man.
Full of yarn and a couple of hooks.
Wow. Harriet says, is that a PSA for energy conservation? LOL. Hey, you know, you have to do whatever you can, whatever works.
You do what you got to do, I tell you.
Absolutely.
Especially when it comes to yarn. I mean, any reason to get more.
I know.
Oh, which I want to tell you guys, if you haven't taken advantage of the sale yet, Burls is selling the Whims Merino. It is discontinued, but they got a whole bunch more of it. And I know a bunch of the colors are out now, but they're normally $10 a skein. You can get them for $5 for $15, and you can use the site-wide 20% off code.
Okay. Lisa the Grammy Scattered says, hey, Ginger, if you ever need to get rid of any yarn, just let me know. I'll come to your house and get it.
Thank you, Lisa.
Lisa, we have made this offer several times. Mel and I have offered to do an intervention. It's
You know,
just not happening. She's
You
not
know,
interested.
the awesome thing though is Lisa actually lives within driving distance of me.
Oh.
Yeah. She could like probably be here in about 30 minutes.
Nice. Oh man, Jen, I wish I lived that close. Actually, I'm happy where I live. I wish you lived that close.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You and Mel can both just move on over.
Yeah.
We've got some
Hi,
houses
Cheryl.
for sale here. Plenty of opportunities for employment.
You know what, Terry? It actually worked for mine. I don't know if maybe a bunch of people did it and then they were like, dude, we can't do both of these. So, but I was able to use mine.
Leah Arnold says that Knit Crate has their mystery boxes and she just ordered one.
Oh, nice.
Yarn Fairy says, Ginger, if you are anywhere on the North American continent, you are within driving or riding distance of me.
There you go, exactly.
So Yarn Fairy, on the way to Ginger's house, you have to kind of go by my area, so you can just pick me up, and then we'll scoot down and take the southern route and grab Mel and Rowan, and then we'll just make a beeline right over there to Kansas and steal Ginger's yarn.
That's
great.
You know what, Wynette? I have not used the Whims before. This is going to be the first time I've used it, and I'm pretty excited. I know that it is like, it's twisted like ZZ Twist, so it's got the opposite twist. And I don't know, I haven't used it, but I'm really excited to. I didn't get any of the normal weight or the 4-weight. I got the DK.
Okay, everybody raise your hand if when you heard ZZ Twist, you thought of two men with long white beards.
Every girl's crazy about.
Why is she talking about ZZ Top?
A sharp-dressed man.
So Denise says she bought 10 balls of the DK weight, 5 colors, 2 of each. What should she make? Depends on what colors there. Yeah.
Oh, make a mosaic. Get everything for me is a mosaic. Make a mosaic afghan.
It is.
Oh, try some interlocking crochet.
Oh, we have a lot to talk about tonight, don't we?
We do. We have a lot to talk about. I would like to know who in the chat has tried interlocking crochet before. I would like to know that.
Well, if they're still able to form complete sentences. Because after I tried interlocking crochet, I struggled.
Oh.
I was having some cognitive malfunctions. Okay, so let's see. Sarah says Yarn Hookers road trip. Leah Arnold says if you're going through Illinois, pick me up. Oh my goodness.
I love this. The Yarn Fairy says, Julie, you are only 2 hours from me. My
Right.
son will be moving about 15 miles from you soon. I also used to live in North Carolina near Mel, and my best friend used to live in Lawrence, Kansas, and hung out at the Yarn Barn.
Oh my gosh.
I love that.
Small. I mean, I've heard small world stories, but that's really small.
Right.
That's right. We all are connected to Yarn Fairy in some way.
Yes.
That's awesome.
It's like one of those 7 degrees of from Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon. It's the Yarn Fairy, 7 degrees from the Yarn Fairy. Ashley says, then y'all can come visit me in California. Lots of people are tapping and waving.
I wish I would have known all you guys before I used to drive to New York all the time to get Veronica. Because
you would have stopped in and say hi and had coffee. And, yeah.
So Joan says she loves interlocking.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had to get used to it. It was like hurting my brain for the first day that I tried it. But I had to try a whole bunch of different things, and I realized, you know what? I can't start out with an immense interlocking crochet afghan that uses different stitches and like diagonals and stuff. I need to start off with something easy.
Wait, Terry, I know we're talking But I want to know where Terry Browning is. How close is Terry Browning to me?
I don't know. Lisa Knit says maybe you can fly to Australia and just have fun here.
Ooh, that sounds like
Which
fun.
sounds great to me. Alan
says-
says, I would ask you to collect me, but kind of hard to drive across the Atlantic.
Oh,
Yeah, we'd have to consider vehicles.
or flying in an airplane.
Need an amphibious vehicle.
Ashley
VJ
says,
made a
haha.
scarf, dishcloth, a scarf, a dishcloth, a scrubby, and 2 kitchen towels and interlock. So VJ definitely has some experience.
Nice.
Sarah says, I am yet to be convinced about interlocking. Me too. Yeah, Jamie says, no, she's never tried it. Deneen says, sounds dangerous, and she can't afford to hurt her brain. Ashley says, I love how we're all just like, damn the pandemic. Let's just plot a yarn road trip. You know, we've all been cooped up too dang long.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Terry's in Greensboro.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's just over 100 miles from me, but it's north of me. So when you come down from New York, you just pop through Greensboro and then come down with me.
Leah says we need to have a yarn con somewhere in the center of the U.S.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yes.
So Joan Miller has made blankets designed by Lisa Conley. Are you familiar with Lisa Conley?
I am not.
I don't think that was a name that I know that I came up with while I was doing my research.
Is she a interlocking crochet person?
I'm looking it up. Maybe.
Okay. Now I've got to tell you, the interlocking crochet, it was hard at first, but now that I've finished some length on a project, I'm falling in love with it. But I don't want to do it when I just want to have some brainless TV watching time. But okay. I found a pretty close to brainless TV watching time usage of it is if I just use a graph.
I think she calls it locking fillet crochet, which is probably the same thing.
Yeah.
Beautiful work, though. I'm looking at her website.
Ooh. Yeah, there are some the thing I love about it is the front and the back. It's reversible, but they have different looks. It's really, really cool. Should we get started with the slideshow?
I think we should. Yeah, we are over a half hour in.
Okay, let me get finished with this row. I have like 10 more stitches left on this knit row. And then
going to be in Las Vegas in April. Is that close enough to the center of the States for you? And then she says, not really. And then she put heart, clubs, spades, and diamonds. So I'm wondering what Deneen's going to do in Las Vegas.
But Vegas is actually the cheapest place to fly to, if y'all are understanding me, because it's Vegas.
They want to get people there to gamble and lose all their money.
It's the most expensive to fly out of, though.
Yeah.
It's like Hotel California.
Because there's like no money left, and they don't want you to leave. So that your flight in was $50, but your flight out is $670.
Right. Okay, let's see. Whoops, I need to go to the other one.
I met a nurse today from Las Vegas.
I'm going to StreamYard.
Here we go, guys. Set the timer. Let's see how fast.
Oh, geez. Yeah, maybe I'll do it in record-breaking time today.
That's not noise. Stop whistling, Julie.
What are you doing, Julie?
Vegas in March. Good for you guys. That sounds nice. Nice to get away.
Mm-hmm.
We were out and about today, and we got warnings on our phones for snow squalls, and I was like, oh, I'm so
wow.
Winter.
Snow squalls.
Snow squalls. Ginger, I don't think that's the right one.
No, it's taken some time to load.
Oh, it's loading. I see it.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
it's loading. I love this picture of us. This is us trying to figure out interlocking crochet.
Yeah. Yeah, she said, just send me a picture of your face when you're trying interlocking crochet. So that was pretty easy. I just started pulling my hair out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not share. Not share, Ginge. You want to do slideshow.
Oh, geez. Okay. So, no, I don't want to share it. Go away. Okay, there's slideshow.
There you go.
I think it's record time.
You did it. I'm so proud of you. You're the best. You're the best.
Hi, Mobs, Yarnery, and Cooking.
Hey, Mom. How are ya?
Okay, here, I'm going to bring this
August.
towards
Oh, that's awesome. Good. I'm so excited, Mel. Where are you going to go on your cruise?
Ooh, fun.
Can y'all hear me?
Kinda, sorta.
Well, okay, I'm typing it in, but we haven't decided on which part of the Caribbean just yet.
Oh
my
do you
God.
want someone to carry your bags?
Sure. And I'm like, this is my bag carrier. I'm not paying for her.
No, she's part of the crew.
That's right. Oh, I love this. Ashley says, I get you. You want me to eat what? From Ginger's picture, not confusion.
Oh, let me see it again.
Okay, let me go back.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
And Mel's like, you must be joking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. But if you look at that blanket in the background, I'm obsessed with that. I'm going to have to make that blanket that's in the background.
It looks like it's all squares, right?
Yeah, you'll see a picture of it some more a little bit later.
Hey, Serenity and Stitches. Yep, you got here just in time. We're just getting ready to start our signature slideshow.
Slideshow. Okay, so
this is my slide.
Okay.
One of my slides. And Tanis Gallic, I think it's Gallic. I'm not sure if it's Gaelic or Gallic, so I'm just going to say Gallic.
Mm-hmm.
I first heard of interlocking crochet when I was at the library, and I actually saw this book. So Tanis Gallic is kind of like the big name, or one of the big names in interlocking crochet. And this particular book has 80 individual patterns. Now, being said, I've looked at this book, and there's not a lot of pictures. It's a lot of written patterns. So I knew that I was not going to be able to do much with this book without some sort of tutorials or education as to how these patterns work. So just looking at the book kind of broke my brain a little bit.
But she has a YouTube channel.
She does. Yeah, that's what I was saying. She's got a channel. And actually, I think her introduction video is on this slideshow. And she explains things well. I'm just not there yet. It requires a lot of practice and patience, at least for me.
Yeah, it really, 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 really does. But I think the thing about it is the result is worth it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She does beautiful work. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and that's what I see in this slide. Tanis Gallic has several videos explaining and demonstrating the interlocking crochet technique.
Want me to play it?
You can try it. If it's too loud or weird, then we can stop. I think it's only like a minute long. Are we going to get in trouble if we play her video?
That's a good question.
Well, maybe.
I don't want you to get in trouble, Ginge. This is your channel.
Okay, well, everybody can check it on the slideshow.
Yeah, yeah, or just you can just even plug in her name in YouTube after our video, please, and check out her videos because she does have a whole channel. So diagrams or charts in that book, I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I just remember seeing lots and lots and lots of printed, written.
It's kind of like mosaic crochet in that I would say that any patterns are very similar between mosaic and.
I think you turned it on.
The link. Sorry, you guys.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, it was you. I thought it was Jen.
Between mosaic and interlocking crochet, I think the format is similar in that, you know, there's a bunch of written stuff and
it's Mel's computer.
Okay. There's a bunch of written stuff, but there's also graphs that show, you know, the design.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And Tiffany, I wouldn't say it's better than mosaic crochet. It's just different. And I'll show you in just a little bit what I mean by that.
Yeah. Ginger's done a lot of research on this week. I think you have to click it again, Ginger. It's going to play.
Oh. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so what is interlocking crochet? So Knit Up Crochet blog or website put this definition on it, and it's a good definition. So interlocking crochet is a method of crocheting 2 layers of fillet-style mesh sheets in such a way that the 2 layers are woven together to create a single reversible fabric. Has anyone's mind blown yet? Depending on the stitch used, it can create the same pattern on the front and back or 2 completely separate designs on the front and back. So, but basically you're creating 2 layers of mesh that are woven together. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Vicky says on the mosaic, it is easier going by the graph. And I will have to tell you, Vicky, that I believe that interlocking is the same way. I just like going by the graph.
That's okay, Mel. You don't have to apologize.
Yeah, you don't. No way.
So these are some examples of some filet crochet pictures that I just found on Pinterest, I think. So the one on the left, the pink and yellow, is called, it's a Tea Sweets Day. That's the name of the website. So that's one of her patterns. And then the blue and white one is a pattern by Kick and Crochet. So those are a couple of websites that you can check out. And if you want to check out our slideshow, either on our website or on our Facebook group page, these will be there, and you can just click on the pictures and you'll be linked right to these websites.
Awesome. I want to make that blanket. That's a really cool looking blanket.
Yeah. Samantha is asking, would it work for a throw? Absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This would totally work for throws. They will be heavy because they are 2 layers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like the thickness of a blanket that you folded in half. So you might want to keep that in mind when choosing your yarn. You might want to go with a lighter weight yarn because it is doubled.
Yeah, the sample I'm working on is using a DK weight, and I really like the DK weight with this particular technique.
Yeah.
These are awesome.
Yeah, they're beautiful. So these were some patterns I found on Ravelry. I can't remember. Did I put the name? Oh, I didn't put the name. I meant to. Well, again, you can click on these and it'll link you right to the Ravelry patterns. The one with the cat, she's got a whole series of squares with different animals. And so those are really cool.
So cute. But you have the clickable links on the pictures, right?
They are. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we can find those from there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I really like the animals one. That's neat.
Yeah. And the black and white one, I believe those are a pattern for placemats. So those are pretty cool.
Ooh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I want to make those too.
Mm-hmm.
They make me think of bathroom tiles.
Yeah. I'm going to go back again. Yeah. But that would be pretty like if you used a yarn that has different colors in it for,
Yeah.
That's really pretty.
Yeah. So the next slide has a link to the tutorial that I used. Oh my gosh, here it is. I was going to say, what did I do with my sample? So this is the one that made the most sense to me to get started. And I think part of it was because it wasn't really filet crochet style. Instead of having those little windows that you make, you know, where you do a double crochet and then you chain one, skip one, and then a double crochet, and it makes that little box mesh. This one actually used chains of 5. So you chained up 5, and you didn't make really a window so much as an arch. And so for me, that was a little bit easier to get started with. So I was able to make just a little swatch before my brain turned off.
Before your brain froze.
Yeah. Actually, it was really just that I was tired of thinking about it. I like mindless crochet sometimes, and I just wasn't in the mood to keep thinking and rewinding the video and stuff. But I did find this to be a really simplified introduction to filet crochet. So this is what mine looked like. I used a variegated, beautifully colored yarn that Mel is probably very familiar with. It's that one with the bright halo. Remember that, Mel?
Yes.
Yeah, and then just a light green that kind of was the same color as the green in the variegated. So yeah, I really liked this video though. So if you want a simpler version of how to get started with it and maybe kind of just get an idea or a feel for it, this is a good video. It's by Liza Walters. So
thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I really like that. That's super pretty. That'd make a pretty baby blanket.
Yeah, or even a scarf.
A scarf? Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is me.
And look, we found the same lady.
That's right. We did. This lady has a playlist, and I put the link in it right under, or just click on her picture. You'll get the link to her playlist of beginning interlocking crochet tutorials. And she goes through all of the basics of just the basic steps, the basic way to do it, very patient, you know, you will know how to interlock crochet after you watch her videos.
Did you watch her videos? Because I struggled with them a little.
I mean, I watched the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch the remaining ones. I just kind of went off that first one.
Yeah, to get an idea of the technique. Yeah, I was watching. I want to say it was hers, and as soon as I started to get the hang of that stitch, she switched over to a different stitch, and so I was like, wait, go back, and then I couldn't figure out how to get back into it, and then I tossed it, and I
I'm done.
One. Yeah.
Now, did you watch the playlist, the very first one, or the one down at the bottom of her playlist?
I watched the introduction and then the first one.
Okay.
So was there a better one at the bottom of the playlist?
No, at the bottom of the list of playlists.
Oh.
There was her like beginning basics for interlock crochet.
Oh, okay. So maybe that would have been a better video. I just figured that I watched the first one and then they would progressively get more difficult. So I switched to a different one. And actually I found another one where the woman spoke nothing but Dutch, and I was able to follow along just visually because obviously I don't speak Dutch. So
Right.
I'm going to go switch on another light. Keep talking.
Okay. Oh, there, Mel wrote it down for us. Interlocking crochet is a method of crocheting 2 layers of fillet style mesh sheets in such a way, in such a way that the two layers are woven together to create a single reversible fabric. Depending on the stitch used, it can create the same pattern on the front and back, or two completely different designs on the front and back.
Right.
Yeah. It's
intricate.
It's intricate. And if you find a pattern that you like, I mean, what I found, well, I'll tell you when we get a little more into it. Okay, now for those of you who prefer reading and looking at pictures as opposed to watching a tutorial, this one is really, really good. It's a beginner's guide to interlocking crochet. Click on this picture, it'll take you to the website, and she tells you how to make this little swatch right here. You could use it for what are those things called? Trivets or whatever, or just something
sure. Maybe a pot holder, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, or a square for a blanket or something.
Yeah.
But it's a very simple beginner's guide to some basic stitches. And that's what I found the same on the Tanis Gallic, that her teaching, there were 9 videos in the whole playlist. And it was just teaching the very basics.
Yeah. So maybe I need to, go back and try again. And also a lot of this, guys, is that, when we do these types of videos where we do try a new technique, we only have like a few days to try to get it.
Yeah.
And in those few days, we're working all day too. And so this is like you get an hour, maybe 2 hours in the evening to try to figure this out while you've got, you're trying to chat with your family and stuff too. So
right.
I maybe didn't give it my very best.
Well, it's confusing.
I tried my best for that day, or those days, because I did try like maybe 3 different times.
Well, it's confusing. On our playlist, there are 2 different playlists that are interlocking crochet playlists. And I looked at that first one, I was like, gee, this looks kind of like this isn't going to be easy or fun. And then I looked at the bottom playlist that was down on the bottom, and it's just a very simple playlist.
Yeah, so, I didn't touch that. I'm going to have to go back and give it another try.
Yeah. Yeah, I recommend that. Oh my gosh, I got to take my sweater off. I'm getting sweaty. Sorry, guys.
Middle-aged.
Middle-aged.
Oh yep. My God. Okay, now look at this blanket, you guys. I mean, come on.
I didn't see the whole thing.
Who would
the flowers and the stars and the hearts?
Who would not love to make that blanket? I mean, and the thing
make it, but it's beautiful.
Is that it's completely reversible, so that the other side, I don't have a picture of the reverse side of it, but it looks just as cool on the other side. And it's this, I found this one on Instagram. And if you click on the Instagram thing right there, it'll take you to that person's Instagram page.
Ginge, can you enlarge Joan Miller's comment? Because she says, if you look at my picture, it says, I love you to the moon and back. And that is Interlocking Crochet by Lisa Conley.
Oh, wow. Let's see.
So that is really cool. I can see it when I enlarge it on my screen.
Yeah, that is so cool.
So
I'm gonna have to look up some Lisa Connolly patterns for sure. Yeah.
So Joan, tell us about your experience. Now, when you started doing interlocking crochet, were you like baffled by it? Did it come naturally and really easy to you? Do you use grafts? I'm really curious because I do think it's such a beautiful technique, but I'm not sure that it's so much different from mosaic that it's worth putting the time in. Does that sound bad? That sounds bad. That makes me sound very lazy, which I am.
I think it's a completely different animal.
Oh, and now we can't see Mel.
Where's Mel? Oh, here, I'll take that off. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. You can't see me, you can't hear me, whatever.
We heard that.
Well, now I can hear you and see you.
What?
Yeah,
Yay.
you're breaking up at all now.
Good right now, yeah.
It's because my slides are coming up. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Lynette asked, I showed what I was working on earlier this morning, and I'll show you guys again in a minute. I don't know if I linked. If I didn't link, we'll get to it in a second.
Yeah.
Just stay here. We'll get to it. This one right here, the pictures on the right is a picture of the feed of this person named Ashley Bratzel, I think it is. She's another interlocking crochet person who has really cool patterns.
Wait a minute,
she,
Ginge.
Yeah.
Ashley. Okay, so I'm just making sure I'm seeing the same thing. So I'm seeing an Instagram feed for Kate Dedman.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. And I see the asterisks down at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I see Kate and I see Astrid. So
yeah, I was thinking Kate, but I said Ashley because I get those two mixed up. Ashley's another interlocking crochet person.
Okay, gotcha.
And she does really cool work too.
Yeah.
But it shows you kind of how when you use different colors on your project, how it just makes it look totally different.
Yeah. I will say, and someone else brought this up, Lynette said it too. The nice thing about interlocking is there aren't all those ends to weave in.
Yeah, there aren't.
And also, it is reversible. Where mosaic, not so much.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay, let me, whoops, over here. Okay, so this is the comparison that I did. Using this same graph, I worked up a top swatch that's mosaic, a middle swatch that is interlocking, and a bottom swatch that is tapestry. And I used DK yarn on all of these. Let me show you.
Did you start off with the same stitch count for your base chain or for your foundation chain?
Now on this one, I didn't. I had to make it twice as long because it has the two different sheets.
Okay.
If that makes sense. This is the back. Here, you want me to make this bigger?
Yes.
Sure.
Please,
Okay.
that'd be great. I'm so bossy. Yes. Make it bigger.
Yes, do it.
Margaret says David Orth has some amazing patterns. VJ learned how to interlock from Perfectly Naughty.
Nice.
I've seen her videos.
Okay. So this is the front side.
Okay.
And this is the back side. And you see how it's reversible. Also, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I had to.
Nice that you're holding it up nice and close like that because you can kind of see how there's two layers of mesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you do is you crochet down one side, and then with the next sheet, you crochet down that one side. And when you flip it over, you crochet down one side. With the main color, you crochet down the same side with the contrasting color.
Yeah.
And so it's really, once you get used to it, I found it easy to do just because you look at the graph and you kind of get used to the stitches. And I think knowing mosaic crochet first helped a lot. Just because I knew kind of what I was looking for on the graphs.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I'll show you another I did a square. It's instead of going row by row, it's a square. I did this with a 4-weight yarn.
So that one you worked in the round, right?
Yeah. So this is what it looks like. This is what a 4-weight yarn compared to a DK weight. These two yarns right here. One is hold on, let me grab the yarn that I use. It's Sarah Mora's Studio Anti-Pilling DK.
Okay.
And then that's the main color. And then the contrasting color is a skinny cake, a Karen skinny cake. If that gives you guys any frame of reference as to, what this yarn feels like.
Yeah. So there was a question in the chat, Ginger, whether you feel that this is a yarn eater. I personally kind of feel like it does because it's kind of like double stranding in how much yarn you're going to use because you're making a double layer. So
it almost feels like you're making 2 blankets at one time.
Yeah, and they're connected together.
They're weaved in together.
It does. Because it's so reversible. I really love, I don't know whether I like the design on this side more.
I like the other side. Yeah, I like
this side.
The real simple one I like.
Yeah.
High contrast.
Yeah.
And Lori, you're absolutely right. I totally would have loved that.
What is it?
She said she thought of me this week when she attended the first in a series of webinars about using Google Workspaces and managing group projects. She's like, you would have loved it. She's right. I would have.
Yeah. Hi, Doris. Okay. Now this one, that's the 4-weight. What I used was just, both of these are the Premier Just Yarn from Dollar Tree.
Okay.
But I thought it was interesting how different it looked with DK compared to 4-weight yarn.
Yeah. Lee wants to know, could you use a fingering weight? I don't see why you couldn't.
Yeah, I think that it would make something very pretty and delicate looking with fingering weight.
But it would take forever.
It can take you a long time.
Right. It would make a beautiful shawl, I think, even the summer shawl, because it does have the holes in it because it's the mesh, and it'd be a little more lightweight.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just the thought. Okay. Now let me show you while I'm on the big screen. I want to show you what I made a similar mosaic. Everybody's familiar with the mosaic crochet.
Right.
I just looked off the graph, using no pattern or whatever. That's what I love about this interlocking crochet, tapestry crochet, and mosaic crochet. You look off of a graph, and once you get familiar with the techniques, you can just look off the graphs and make these things.
Yeah.
Which in a lot of things on Pinterest, especially if you go to the cross stitch Pinterest boards, they have really, really, really cool graphs on things to make.
That's so funny that you said that. Right when you said that, Alice in the chat said, so it's kind of like counted cross stitch, but for crochet.
Yeah, kind of.
It absolutely is. And you know what I have to say is also really similar to that is Fair Isle. Everybody's afraid of Fair Isle.
Oh, yeah.
If you can do mosaic, you can do Fair Isle.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I haven't. Oh yeah, I've crocheted Fair Isle, but I've also knitted Fair Isle.
Yeah, in both, either way though. I mean, it's the same thing. You read the graph,
Yeah. Yeah.
Lori,
I did.
I was going to read it.
Okay, read it.
We kept stepping on each other, Ginge. Lori says, Ginger, are you saying that you used one chart for all 3 of those techniques?
Yep, it's just a graph.
Yep.
And not only that, but I also I didn't get as far as I wanted to on the tapestry crochet swatch, but that's what that looks like. See,
I think that tapestry does not look as crisp.
No, it doesn't look as crisp at all.
Is mosaic.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
It's pretty, but it just kind of looks like someone took the mosaic and
muched it.
Put a layer of Vaseline over it.
Yeah, it looks like a blurry mosaic. And then the back, it's interesting. The tapestry looks exactly the same on the back. as it does the front. The mosaic, of course, is mosaic. It's this on the front.
And it's lines in the back.
The stripes on the back. And then, of course, this is reversible.
Yeah, that's like a photo negative.
Yeah. Yeah. And I used with a tapestry. And this one, I used the white one is the Loops and Threads Cozy Wool limited edition that was just at Michael's. That they're have on clearance now. And then the contrasting color is a Lion Brand mandala.
Okay.
And they're both 3-weight.
Okay.
So Alice says Fair Isle is fine, but frogging it is annoying. Yeah.
It is annoying.
Yeah, there are some things that are more annoying to frog than others for sure. That was very, very helpful, Ginger. Thank you for sharing all that and putting all that work into it.
All the work that you put into that. That's amazing. Thank you, Ginger.
Oh, sure. You're welcome. It was absolutely fun. I love it.
She's like, it was fun. And Julie's at home going, ah!
And I didn't even try, you guys. I didn't have time to try this week. So I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Okay. So this one.
My gosh, look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, of course, the first thing I want to try to make is this. And this is where I was pulling out my hair because...
Head first.
Wait, you tried to start with this?
Yeah, I did. And
it was brave.
It was like, you know what? There's diagonal. There's all these other different stitches. Like, I don't know if you know mosaic well enough to know that you can also do like different diagonals and stuff in mosaic. You know, you start getting a little more intricate and complicated. Well, that's how this was.
Wow.
And that's what I was starting off with.
Yeah, well, goodness gracious. Here I started off with like the most simple thing. Right. I struggled with it, and you're starting off with that.
Well, you know, Ginger's always been the type to go head first into the deep end. So
absolutely, yeah. She doesn't even stick her toe in to test the waters, man. She just goes for it.
Yeah, but this, I just thought this was gorgeous. And what you can do is click on this picture, and it will take you to this person's Ravelry, and she has a lot of really pretty interlocking crochet patterns.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Okay. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me go back for a second here. On this one right here, I just grabbed this graph off of Pinterest, and it didn't have a pattern for it. So I forget who asked earlier, but this particular swatch doesn't have a pattern. I just went off the graph.
Okay.
But we have a ton of patterns and stuff linked.
Yeah.
And I am also going to put up.
You can even drop a screenshot of this off of our slides, probably.
Oh yeah.
If you're okay, if you're comfortable just using the graph.
Right. Also, I have another link I'm going to give you guys that has a lot of the same things that I talked about in here, but I'll put it up in my Facebook group, and I'll put it up in the Yarn Hookers Facebook group because it's that same one I sent to you guys on the chat, Julie and Mel.
Yeah.
That one that is like I made it from Bubble Up or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did want to read some of the chat comments, Ginge. So Lori asks, the one in the round, did you use the same chart for that?
Oh no, the one in the round, I think I have linked on that other link I'm going to give to you guys. And they're actually, this one right here is part of a blanket or a throw that I believe has 12 different squares.
Okay.
So, and they're all free.
Okay.
And I will put that link, that information on our Yarn Hookers Facebook, because I'm getting more used to Facebook.
Atta girl. So Ashley says, from those swatches, I can honestly say if I could try only one, it would be the mosaic.
Yeah.
Lee Arnold says, wow, wow, wow. I think that was when you showed that one that you wanted to try first.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Um,
Let's just go think about that for a while.
Yeah, well, Alice put up the comment and then she had the emoji of a heart, and then and then she had the skull. So like, she loves it, but looks really scary.
Yeah, that's how I think we feel about it.
Yeah, Yarn Fairy says, "Go big or go home, Ginger." That's our Ginger. Lori says, "I hate carrying yarn, so I don't think I would like Fair Isle." I will say with the interlocking, there's a little bit of carrying yarn just at the end of each row. You do have to carry just one color up each row, but it's not like Fair Isle.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like a tapestry crochet that has a bunch of colors.
Yeah. Heather says that's too complex. To me, it looks like tiles that you would see, like mosaic tiles in like a very fancy building or a piece of art, really.
It really does look like a piece of art, doesn't it?
Yeah. Michelle says you have to be a saint to do that blanket. And thank God I'm not, is what she says.
Yeah. I did purchase the pattern.
Did you?
And this pattern was only $7.50.
Oh.
Wow.
Alice said that she thinks in finding that pattern that you also actually found the definition of death by crochet.
Yes.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
But you know, it's very attainable. Like if you can learn mosaic crochet, you can learn interlocking crochet.
Judy said, can anyone do that, Ginger? Of course, anyone can do that, but I would highly suggest before you jump into this that you build your skills up a little bit. I would not jump into this right now. I'm an intermediate crocheter, and no, I would not.
Yeah, I jumped into this and I was like, oh, cool, I'm going to make this no problem. And then I got a migraine. I had to take a nap. I was like, I'm going to start with something easier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like me waking up tomorrow morning and say, I think I'm going to start running and then trying a marathon.
Yeah. Okay.
Jamie said she did mosaic throw rugs and pillowcases because of the ends. So much trouble keeping the edging somewhat decent.
Now, Jamie, have you ever tried the enclosed border for mosaic crochet? Because I made a blanket for my daughter with the enclosed border, and you don't have to weave in any ends at all.
I've seen where people have done that, and I think that's a great idea. And you get a little bit of this texture because it's like a stuffed border.
Yeah, I've done that. Actually, there's a little tiny, like literally, it's like a 45-second video on my channel. It's called the enclosed border technique.
Mm-hmm. And for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, now there are two types of mosaic crochet. This one right here is not the one that carries the yarn. This is the one that begins and ends each row a new strand of yarn. And what we're talking about is the ends that have all of this fringe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. We'll get on to interlocking crochet on Pinterest.
Okay, so yeah, I just you guys, I didn't have a chance to actually try this out, but I found a couple of them that these looked a little bit more simple to do. So I decided to see, just to show you guys, when I started doing my research, what I found and where. Again, we've got the what is that? Something I have her like kicking crochet or something like that. Yeah, I have her here, but then I show her a little bit later. But she's got a series on her blog as well as on her YouTube, but that goes to that first square. But she does a full series of different mosaics that you can do. And then the Bargello, interlocking. I guess that's what you name that particular shape, the kind of Tetris looking shape, which was, I thought, really interesting. And it looks like if you're going to dig into it, it's not, don't be like Ginger. That might be a way to go first.
Yeah. Or mine.
Or that one. Yes, exactly.
Let me tell you, okay, this is you start off doing it in the round. I would recommend doing a row to row instead of doing an in the round first.
Yeah, I agree.
I can see that.
Yeah, but definitely start off with just pretty basic steps. And once again, going back to those first couple of slides that I showed you where it has that tutorial by what's her name? That one lady that both me and Julie did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Tiana Scallick.
Yeah, they have the she has the tutorial playlist for very beginners. And then if you're more of a written person, then there's that next slide.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Leah Arnold says, I dove headfirst into learning all things knitting about 6 months ago. So maybe in a few years I will learn interlock.
Yeah. I mean, definitely try it. Anybody? Oh, so cute.
Oh, yeah. So the top two, these are all on YouTube. So those top two, those are both Mikey from the Crochet Crowd and Yarn Inspirations, because he works with Yarn Inspirations. So the gray and white is thanks, Jen. I appreciate that.
That's my sister.
The one I saw you wave like that, and then I saw our comment. The one in gray and white, that's actually burlap blanket yarn. So it might be easier if you've got that thicker yarn and you're doing this the stitch like what you showed, Julie.
Yeah.
It's the
with the arch.
Yeah, exactly. But it's probably going to be relatively heavy. However, I have found that burlap blanket yarn, when you make it like that, the heavier part, it makes for a great play mat.
Oh, I bet it really would.
Yeah, it makes for a great play mat.
And you know what? If you used a really a heavy cotton, I could see it even being a good bath mat.
Yes. Yep, I agree with that. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. And if you use that big thick yarn like that baby yarn, and I know there are a lot of pretty baby yarns at Michael's that are in the new yarns. Like if you used it on a thing this big, like it would be 3 times this size. You know what I'm saying? That would make it
like that.
Yeah, cute baby blanket.
So you have less time to get a headache going on.
So Wynette 1964 is saying she's taking all sorts of notes. Wynette, if you just want to drop us an email, I can email you a PDF of these slideshows, and it has all the links in it.
Yes, ma'am.
That helps.
You can also get the slideshows at yarnhookerslive.com, or if you're in our Facebook group. They always get Julie is really good about posting them on Sundays. If for whatever reason she gets busy and can't do it on a Sunday, they're done within the week. They get posted.
Yeah, but I think I'll probably post these ones tonight just to keep myself on track.
There you go. Good for you.
And I've got a couple more links that I'm gonna put in here for you guys.
Okay.
Just to help.
Yeah,
I love that. Now the other one with the cute little baby on it that looks a lot like your little grandbaby.
It really does. It's like
an angle.
So sweet.
She looked up. Your baby would be so much prettier because of her eyes. They're just the best eyes on your little baby.
She's like a little princess cartoon baby.
Yes.
Well, Ginger, I know what your first project should be for your interlocking. Like your first big project needs to be a baby mat for Sweet Emmy.
Yes, for Sweet Emmy. And I keep saying her baby, but it's actually her daughter's baby. But that really means it's her baby.
Yeah, my baby.
But I do want to say that in the video, when I was watching it, that Mikey specifically recommended if you have difficulty reading diagrams, you really want to learn, because this technique is so much better if you know how to read diagrams.
Oh
sure.
yeah.
So, but he specifically mentioned that in the one with the baby, in that tutorial, which both of those are video tutorials. Now I
Yep.
have Kick and Crochet, and I know she's been mentioned a couple of times. I have Kick and Crochet listed there, and that link goes to her playlist for teaching. So you guys have got links to 2 playlists in this slideshow.
Oh yeah.
PDF, but this is a playlist to her interlocking series. So and it looks like a pretty good one for beginners. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't run through it with her. I just didn't have time. But when I was looking at it, it looked really good for beginners. And I think that there's a different square, kind of like, you know how whenever Jaden stitches this her yearly calendar,
Yeah.
that it's kind of like that. Like each square kind of digs into something a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's neat.
I just want to say thank you so much to Jess Making It and TKW Creations for those really nice comments. That is exactly what we're hoping for. We're hoping to give you guys information and some decent content. So that warms my heart to see. So thank you so much for your
thank you.
And I can't wait to see pictures of everybody trying these.
Amen to that.
Interlocking crochet.
Please.
Yes, I would love to see them post on the Facebook group. And if I could figure out how to make our Facebook group go so that you don't have to ask permission to post, because I really don't feel like anybody's going to post bad things on Facebook.
Actually, I know how to do that, but I would suggest that we don't. I know it's a pain in the butt, you guys, but what this saves you from is once it gets known that we allow things just to fly, is you start getting people who just post links to other things.
Okay.
As opposed to
I'll just start approving people more.
Yeah, we try to approve you guys as quick as we can, but some of our you're gonna cover your face, Ginge. Some of our more our overseas friends may be trying to post something when we're asleep. So, but we do check it as quick as we can and get you guys approved. But that's the number one reason, is to keep you guys from getting spammed.
Yeah.
The number one reason.
For me, it's gotten a little harder because I took Facebook off my phone. It just takes up so much space on my phone. So I got
it, Jules.
Stop.
I got it. Don't sweat.
Okay. It's a collaborative effort.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I like this question. Thank you, ladies, for this great info. Do any of you know which technique it is when you crochet color 1 across and back on the wrong side, then color 2 across front and back? That's when you do the mosaic crochet.
2 rows. What do they call that? It's like 2 rows at a time, right?
Yeah, it's mosaic crochet too. And I saw Mikey do it on the Crochet Crowd. I think that's what you're talking about. But it's also mosaic crochet. It's just a
different type.
Yeah, it's just a different type of mosaic crochet, but it has. You know what? I wish I would have made a swatch of that, but I just didn't. I ran out of time.
Yeah. Lisa says, I think it'll be quite a while before I try this one.
when that has the name, it's Mosaic Overlay.
Okay.
Okay. It does.
That's the mosaic. 2 is mosaic overlay, or when you do the.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was called. I knew what she was talking about. I just didn't know what it was called.
Yeah.
Thank you, Annette.
Deborah says, I've not even heard of this technique. I'm so grateful to y'all for expanding my horizons.
Woo!
Yeah.
Happy to do it.
Yay.
Mm-hmm. Well, and we learn more too. That's what I love about this, is we actually end up learning more too.
And I really wish I could have tried it. I really wish I had a time to try it. These girls are so much better at that than me. Normally, you just get me doing some other types of research, but this is what I do. I did the funny. So this was kind of funny. This past about week, both of these came into play. So it says, I went to visit my doctor really did go to visit my doctor. She didn't tell me I needed more fiber though. She told me I needed less sugar as I ate rice before we came in. But anyway, sugar. But anyway, my doctor suggested a high fiber diet, so I went yarn shopping. But I went to see my doctor, and I did also go yarn shopping this week. I don't know if any of y'all are connected to me on Instagram, but I found a Hobby Lobby, which I know a lot of people don't support Hobby Lobby, but I did find me a Hobby Lobby, and it happened to be 30% off week.
Oh,
so
nice sale.
Yeah, let me just hold up the bag. I'm gonna do a whole video, but let me just. Okay, that's my bag.
You want to after the slideshow? You want to show us what you got?
Yeah. So you guys don't have to go through that video, or you can go through the video. Either way.
Vicky says I started Mosaic the beginning of this month and found out it's not that hard to do, and it's very addictive.
Yeah,
that because it's beautiful.
Yeah, for
someone
sure.
else said that they were actually, I think I lost it, but someone else said that they were actually working on Mosaic as we speak.
Yeah,
I saw that. Well, and I know that there's some groups that have a Mosaic crochet along, like a calendar.
Oh, nice.
And then the other side, last Sunday, I think it was it was the Sunday before last. I went to my mom's and I was trying to. I had a hank that I was trying to ball up without a yarn ball or Swift. And I ended up with this mess, right? So that's the only time that you get, I think that you can get some stress, except for when you're learning a whole new technique. But so try crocheting, they said. It relieves stress, they said. So that's kind of funny when you overlay it with trying to learn interlocking crochet.
Yes.
Right.
I find it to be a stress reliever. And even this, trying to learn something new, it can be a little frustrating if you're not getting it right away. But when you do get it, it's just like this feeling of accomplishment. You know what I mean? If you just stick to it. And if you and you have to always remember, like, you don't have to. It's not fun. Go back to doing what's fun,
Go back to your half double crochet hats if you need to, and then visit it again later down the road. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what I did. I said, forget it. I'm going to work on a hat.
Yeah, that's right. Bye, Ashley. I hope you feel better.
Oh, feel better, Ashley.
I feel better, Ashley. I'm sorry. Oh, and Ashley, I know she's got a few videos up. She mentioned that we should watch her videos.
Yeah. Everybody go watch Ashley's videos for sure.
Deborah Pete says, "Oh, I forgot to say thank you for giving us more reasons to buy more yarn."
You're welcome.
Anything we can do to help the cause.
Exactly.
Serenity says, "Thank you all so much. I'm definitely inspired to try these techniques." Sarah says, "Yarn hookers got me into Mosaic, and I love it. I have 2 on the go right now."
Lisa's making a half. I think she means half double crochet beanie right now, an HTC crochet beanie right now. Those are the best. They're so easy, and they're gender neutral depending on what color you make. Just crazy easy. So I actually have a few that I put on. Jane Boleyn? Oh my God, why can't I think of the name? But anyway, I put on my head back there. I have a different beanie on there.
You're I
can't remember the name of your head.
Yeah,
it's you named her. What's her name?
I know she's one of Henry VIII's wives.
I know that.
Is it Lady
Anne Boleyn, and then she is
Lady Jane.
Is it Jane Eyre?
Lady Jane.
Lady Jane. Yeah, actually, Lady Jane wasn't one of Henry VIII's wives. She was another one that she got beheaded though. She was only queen for like 8 days or 10 days or something.
Oh,
they beheaded her.
Okay, so I normally dress up Lady Jane with one of my half double crochet beanies, and then do something else with her. But I
love that though.
Yeah,
you like my same this hat?
St. Patrick's Day hat, yeah.
Patrick's Day hat on top of my very fall beanie because it's all browns and creams.
I like it because it means we're leaving fall behind and winter going towards spring. So
I love how you bring up the stories and you just, you ignore the fact that I'm just lazy. I love it.
I think more thought went into it. Oh, okay. So I was scrolling, and look what I found on Audible. This chick is sitting on a blanket, and then in the other picture, she's leaning against the blanket, but it's mosaic.
That looks like that one TikTok, and I can't even think of her name, but she's like one of the most real TikTokers out there. Like she'll get on there, and her hair's like all over the place, and she's like, "Look, here's how it is," and I can't even. I wish I knew her name. She's super duper popular. Anyway, it's gone.
Yeah, well, it could be her. I don't know. I just saw it on an Audible, an ad for Audible, so I screen grabbed it. Thought it was
very cool. Love it.
I was like, look at that. It's not as seen on TV. It's as seen on an Audible ad.
And not as seen on an Audible ad.
Yeah. So next week on Yarn Hookers Live, since we really seem to enjoy learning how to do interlocking, we're gonna, try learning crochet cables.
I have.
You've done it?
Yes, I've done it was small projects, but I have done cabling. And I need to find the person that finally made it click. You know how in math or even when
Tony Lipson's pretty good.
Who?
Is it Tony Lipson?
Oh, okay. I think mine it might have been Moogly Blog or another the one that she's very close to, and I can't ever remember her name. You know her, Ginger. She connects with you a lot on Instagram.
Marley Bird.
Yeah, Marley Bird. It could have. Okay. I don't know. I have to figure it out. But there was something I was doing, and finally they helped it click for me. And it was actually for one of their projects. As seen on
Audible.
As seen. I didn't hear it on Audible, but I saw it on Audible.
That's right.
That's it.
Going to my my Instagram feed, because it's at the very beginning of my feed, is this project that I did that was cabling. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. And now that y'all can hear me, I'm just going to interrupt all around. I'll be like, I haven't been able to talk in the first half.
Alice says that we're the best group of enablers.
Oh,
yeah.
Yay. We love to enable.
Nice. Good night to Sarah. It's very late where she is. So good night.
Oh, good night. Yeah. She's in the UK, isn't she?
I think she said it was late there. I'm not sure. Yeah, 11:30 there. So
it would be
pretty about
late.
Right. Hey, we're big.
We're big.
Lori says Marley Bird lives about 30 minutes away from me. I took a class from her live.
Oh, that's cool.
Before she was internet famous. That's cool.
Wow.
This is it. This was my first cabling project. And I don't know, it might be hard to see the cables in there.
Yeah.
It is a fun hat.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Yeah. So I have been determined to learn cabling for a couple years now. I watch this show every Saturday morning. Well, almost every Saturday morning. I'm sure I've missed a few. But it's Knit and Crochet Now. It's on our PBS station on Saturday mornings at 6:30 in the morning. Mm-hmm. I think I'm one of maybe 5 people in the county that get up to watch it. But I watch it, and one time I saw them doing, and I'm pretty sure it was Tony that was demonstrating cabling with crochet, and I was like, I've got to learn to do that, and I've been not putting it off, just like not remembering to do it, and I'm going to try it.
Oh, this is what I wrote. Okay, so that pattern is by CDM Handmade. It says, it still took me watching Mikey from the crochet crowd complete a similar stitch before I figured out how I had to hold my work in a different way to get it right. So that I'm sorry. I just realized that. See, good thing I put things on Instagram because it helps me remember what the heck I
did.
Right.
That's why I started my Instagram, so that I could keep track of my own projects.
Yeah.
That's why, like, now, whenever I get a new follower, I'm like, why would they want to follow me?
Because people love it. They love seeing what you do. I love seeing what other people do.
CKW Creation says, I will be binge watching all your channels this coming week.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hopefully you enjoyed that binge watching session.
I hope so too.
Then please let me know. I have not actually posted much. I am trying to get my life together and fix some stuff on my end as far as like some technical issues that I've been having. But hopefully I'm on the tail end of that and I can get that fixed. If not this weekend, then I will have that fixed by next weekend.
Yay.
So yay. But my lives are going. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's same here. Lives, I've been going to all my lives, but I have not posted very much lately. I need to.
Well, I have a couple of winter things I have got to get posted, so I got to figure that out.
I've got like 10 to 20 videos that I have right here in this room that are video whips that I need to post. I
got to think of something. Right before Thursday. Thursday's my usual upload day. I'm like, what am I going to video this week?
I've been trying to get my life together too.
I have Monday off though, so I'm kind of thinking about calling my sister who knits and seeing if she wants to go yarn shopping.
Oh,
do a little video with my sister because she's totally a drama girl. She actually, she was a stage manager.
Okay.
So yeah, she has no inhibitions as far as being on camera. So that might be kind of
fun.
Maybe take her up to Sybil's.
Now, is that the same sister that was here in the chat earlier?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh no, is this your little sister that's on TikTok?
Yeah, no. I have a lot of sisters.
Ellie's got so many siblings.
I do. I have one on TikTok, one who's got a little baby girl. And this one is Joy, and she she's the drama girl, and she learned how to knit recently, and so I gave her all my knitting needles at Christmas, and she was checking out my yarn, and we were just having such a great time. So Crafty Chat said, or Alice says, how many sisters do you have? So there's Jenny, Joanne, Joy, Johnny Lynn, and Mary Margaret. So I have 5 sisters. Yeah.
Woo.
That's a lot of sisters.
A lot of sisters and 4 brothers.
Too. So all that's so many kids in one family. But
4 brothers.
Of course, I came from a family. I just have 1 sister, and that's all I got. So
I have 1 son.
I have 1 daughter. But my sister had all the kids for us. She has 5. So no 4. I'm giving her extra kids. She has 4.
Ginger's got 1.
I have 4 boys, 3 girls. 1 brother, 3 sisters.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, and I'm going to have a new niece or nephew.
Oh, hey, that's so exciting.
Not niece or nephew, grand niece or nephew.
Okay, so it's your niece or nephew's baby.
It's my sister's daughter is having a baby.
Yeah, so your niece is having a baby.
My niece is having a baby, yeah.
Yeah, so grandniece.
My grandniece, yes. So I'm super excited.
Wow. So who was, I just saw it. I hate it when it jumps when you're in the middle of reading it.
I know.
I agree.
Your family is like mine. It's 12 of us, 6 girls and 6 boys.
Wow.
I have 1. A 23-year-old son. Yeah, I have 1 son, and he's going to turn 20 this spring. And I'm like, what?
When did that happen?
Huh? 20? I'm okay with the teenage years. I don't want to go into the 20s.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, I just put up a link. Is that a clickable link?
I'm not seeing it yet.
I don't know. I can't click on it, but I'm in StreamYard, so
it is clickable.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, there's a bunch of, if you don't want to wait for the slideshow, there's some of the information that we have from tonight. Just a few of the websites and stuff. But I wanted to put that there for you guys if you wanted to look at some more right now.
Okay. Yay. That's so helpful. Thank you, Jen.
Sure.
Let's see Mel's yarn.
Oh,
Oh, well, yeah, no, I will wait until we disconnect because it actually is going to be a haul video.
Oh, okay.
okay. We'll have to wait and watch your haul video.
No,
Oh, Justin making it. Yeah, it's crazy when they start hitting those like numbers, you know?
mhm.
I
Those
know.
milestone numbers.
Oh,
Yeah.
Julie, I will show one on this video.
Okay.
One that I got. I got some Yarn Bee, which yarn. That's a Hobby Lobby brand.
Mm-hmm.
One I got, and I'm like, oh, I want to make like a scarf. I don't think it'll be a good hat, or it could be white, and then this could be the trim. But it's like rainbow.
Oh,
I love that.
I love that.
Which yarn is that?
It's Color Play Weekender.
It looks
That-
so soft.
It is.
does
It
look
is
soft.
so soft. It's not like Landscapes, which fakes you out and makes you think it's soft, and it's not.
Right.
And it's not, right.
This is like unforgettable soft. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Those are whippy chick colors.
Exactly. That's why I had to show it.
And you know, as soon as she said, I will show you one, Julie, I was like, it's going to be bright.
But I'll show you guys after we go off live.
Okay, sounds good.
Sorry, you guys.
Everybody's like, hey.
You'll have to wait until I'm uploading my videos again.
Alice is like, I want a preview.
And tomorrow we're my daughter and I are hitting Joann's. So if they have, I don't know if they have any deals. I did go into Michael's last week and I walked out with no yarn because they had no sale. And I was like, okay, well, none of it's that pretty.
And I don't like their new yarns as much.
I have a funny Michael story for our friends in the chat. Mel and Ginger already know this story because they were part of it. So Ginger and I both have a bit of an addiction to plants like we do our yarn. So I saw at Michael's, they had these funny little planters and they were in the shape of toilets. They were just really funny and cute and not very big, just these little things. They were toilets, but you put the flower or the plant in the toilet. So I sent a photo of that to Ginger yesterday and she's like, where did you see that? And I said, Michael's. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, they like sell stuff besides yarn. Did you know that? She's like, what? They do. Oh my gosh, so funny.
Why does Wynette say my chopped liver?
I know, I was just looking.
I know, but I saw that. I was like, thank you, Wynette.
She says it works, Ginger.
She said the link works.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, cool.
Oh, Janine she and her husband are both 50 this year. That was my husband and I last year. But next week, we're not going to be 50 anymore.
Oh, no.
Next week, we'll be 51.
Gosh, my son-in-law just turned 37. My son-in-law.
7?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Almost up. I've got kids. I got kids. I mean, because I consider him like one of my kids now because he's my son-in-law.
Yeah, of course.
And him and my daughter have been married for, actually, my two oldest daughters have been married for 10 years. Each of them have been married for 10 years.
I think once you get past a certain number of years there, because I'm still part of Jeremy's family.
Oh, yeah.
And I always will be because we were married together for 16 years, married for 13, something like that. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
Said she was chopped liver because she wanted to see the yarn haul.
It makes you chop liver. I am chop liver too. I want to see that yarn haul right now.
Honestly, it's because I do plan on making it a yarn haul, and I go into detail, you guys, and I did get a lot of different types of yarn, so it'll take a while. So you're not chopped liver, it's coming, I promise.
She wants to give you the premium experience.
That's right. They're just going to be like, look at this, look at this, look at this. Whereas you guys are going to be like all up in your face with the colors and the fiber, and I'm going to tell you about it and how many yards and all that stuff. How I normally do my house.
Ed says his oldest daughter is 37 and his oldest grandchild is in college.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ed, my oldest grandchild is a tween. She is 9 years old, going on 21.
She is too. I would agree with that.
Yes.
She is. Well, you guys have seen her, Abby, in some of my videos.
God. I love her. I think what was it
She's
around
funky.
Christmas time? Not this past year, but the year before. She was in a
Mhm.
few of your videos. That
Yeah.
little girl. Oh my gosh.
She's spunky.
Personality. She's such a big personality. She's
She
going to
really
be a
is.
YouTuber in her own right here in the next few years, I bet.
Yeah,
As soon as she's 13, because you got to be 13.
right.
Yeah, I just see that about her.
Oh, yeah.
Adorable.
Her favorite videos are the toys, like especially the Bluey toys right now that people do knockoffs of.
Mhm.
She watches the knockoff videos.
Oh, okay.
She's a little expert about people making knockoff toys.
Yeah. It's so interesting to find out what people enjoy watching.
Yeah, for sure.
Always, and it's funny. Everybody's got something that they watch on YouTube.
Hmm.
Something that they watch. It amazes me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even my dad, I was surprised that he has certain things that he watches on YouTube, and I'm like, you do?
Mhm.
He's like, yeah, I've got the Roku thing, so I watch YouTube, and I was like, oh,
My mom, she watches all the sermons from the church that she used to go to down in Florida.
yep.
And then she'll find some political stuff, and she's like, and just her. She goes, and I like how YouTube is nonpartisan. They don't just get rid of things randomly. And I'm like, well, they'll get rid of false information, but they are pretty open about
Yeah.
whatever they allow on there, as long as it's not hurtful.
Yeah.
Jackie, I just wanted to welcome Jackie. This is her first time in our live.
Jackie.
So Jackie, I would encourage you to watch the replay because we do like a slideshow with lots of really great information. So I wouldn't want you to miss it. So certainly watch to the end if you want to now, but don't forget to go back and check out the replay.
And hey, if it's too much for now, bookmark it for later. And also, we do have a yarn hookers website that you can go to, Yarn Hookers Live. But we also have a YouTube channel, and on that YouTube channel, there's less so like video uploads, but we I think Ginger's pretty good about managing. There's a playlist.
Yeah, I need to update the playlist. I think I'm a few weeks behind on updating that, but I'll go in and do that sometime this weekend.
Yeah.
But that is, I think we're going on what? A year and a half?
Almost an hour and 50 minutes here.
Oh, I was talking about a year and a half content.
Yeah, we have. Yes.
And we just keep getting better and better.
But yeah, if you go over to our website, www.yarnhookerslive.com, there's all of our videos and all of our slideshows linked there. So
exactly.
Welcome to our group, Jackie.
Yeah, welcome.
Love to have you. But yeah, we are about an hour and 48 minutes in.
Oh yeah.
To wrap up.
Well,
Yeah,
let's find out what's happening on everybody's channels next week.
I don't know. I truly don't.
All of us right now are like,
I'm a little limbo right now. So I might have a shopping video. I might have another come Pinteresting with me video. I don't know. It'll be a surprise.
I've got to get some files switched around because I got what I need to do, you guys, is I edit off of a hard drive, and the hard drive that I'm using is too full. So what I need to do is I need to like take some of my core files, put them on the new hard drive, which I already have, and then start editing off of that hard drive. So as long as I get that together and going this week, then I will start getting back up with my regular stuff. But my first order of business once that happens is I have 2 winter videos I need to post for the planner and for the organizer.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I keep trying to win on Mel's channel, but I haven't yet.
Oh no.
Dee's Creative Hand says, I was watching you ladies in the car. Boyfriend was driving, listening in Walmart, watching on the way home, and listening while putting away the groceries. She's just finally sat down. She wants us to keep going.
Oh,
I've been sitting on the floor for 2 hours, so actually 3.
Oh my gosh.
because we start an hour before we go live,
Right.
you guys. So
Yeah. So we start needing to go to the bathroom real bad.
Yeah. I know what Naughty Hooker's.
Julie put Naughty Hooker in a corner.
Yeah, she's in timeout. Naughty Hooker videos, they're short, but they're time consuming. They usually require quite a bit of editing. So I haven't done a lot. Plus, I haven't thought of anything fresh for her lately.
Well,
any ideas for my Naughty Hooker?
Lori, I know you got ideas, so you need to email that chick right over there.
Maybe I should do Naughty Hooker versus Interlocking Crochet.
Oh, that would be good. That would be amazing.
That would be really good. Well, you guys, on my channel this week, of course, I am going to put out some videos. Everybody goes,
wow.
Sure.
Yeah, mine.
You always put out videos. You're like the most active, I think, at putting out the videos.
Well, the last couple weeks,
live for about a month now. Live only with.
I need to get my. I've been.
You've had a lot of stuff going on, so. Because when you sit down to do I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you, but I'm saying when you sit down to do a video, you have to have a certain energy level.
Yeah, you have to be in a certain mindset, and my mindset has been like, okay, I just need to like get my life together.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I do believe I'll be making some videos this week. I have to. I've got two furls orders coming in. I have 2 Hobie orders coming in. I have
holes. Everybody loves to see hauls.
Hauls, yeah. I did get something actually this week that I need to do a video on. But I need to get to know it a little better.
Oh, you got your birthday present.
I did. My husband's like, just open it. Just play with it now.
My husband's the same way. And once it was in the house, he would be like, why are you waiting? And I'm the person, I love to delay.
I do too. I was like, no.
No, I drove him crazy. And even when it came to my birthday morning, I still didn't open the package.
Oh, like, wow.
What? I didn't open it until that. It drove him nuts.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I'll try it. But yeah, so I'm still exploring it, still getting to know it, still trying to become its friend. And as soon as I feel like I know it well enough to really discuss it, then I will. Yes, Deneen, I did see that tutorial. So yeah, I love that one, Secret Yarnery. She's really good.
I love her videos. Have you watched her after party videos from her after party channel?
No, I haven't done that, but I need to go check them out because she's one of those people's like, I feel like we should be best friends. We just don't live close enough together.
Exactly.
We are best friends, but you know what I'm saying.
I want her to be a special guest on Yarn Hooker sometime.
Oh, I would love that because
wouldn't that be fun?
It would be amazing if she would do that. No, I don't have the AliExpress. I'm very, very new to knitting machines. This is my very first one, and I wanted to start with something inexpensive, and small, just to see if it was something that I kind of wanted to try. So it's still up in the air. We'll see.
See.
It hasn't been love at first sight.
Not love at first knit.
It's not love at first needle, no. But that doesn't mean it won't become, because I'm getting better as I practice.
Right. Kind of like with the interlocking crochet.
Yeah, exactly. Yarn Fairy says, as always, gang, this has been the best way to spend a Saturday evening. Yarn, laughs, learning, and love with some pretty special friends. You all make life better. Thank you.
I make my heart feel like full. Thank you so much.
I know.
And I honestly feel the same way about all you guys too.
Hugs.
Air high fives. Air fist
I gotta,
bump.
yeah, I gotta tell you something quick, and this made me so happy. I walked into Yarn Barn the other day, and one of the people in there says, "You're a yarn geek," and I was like,
What?
"What?"
I only had it happen once, and it was so fun and so
Yeah.
exciting, but so weird at the same time. But yeah, I had someone say, are you the whippy chick?" And I was like, I am. And my husband and son happened to be there.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Jaws on floor.
because I think I may had 300 subscribers at the time.
I've never had that happen.
She just happened to live near me. So
That's
funny.
awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I went. What made me think of it was I was like, I just had to hug you, and I went up and hugged her, and of course she gave me a hug back, and then I was like, I wish I could hug every single one of you.
Aw.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a lot of hugs.
That would be a hug fest. A hug
It
fest.
would be a Yarn Con would just be the hugest yarn hug fest.
You know
Oh,
what?
it would.
Since we can hug in real life, make sure you give that thumbs up. One big squishy hug. I had to say that, Ginge.
Give our hostess a thumbs up. What's on there? Very good.
No, you're right. Actually, that's true.
I was thinking the same thing, actually, Janine.
Oh
Mel
my
doesn't leave the house often enough to get recognized.
I do actually. I leave the house, but I probably don't leave often enough. You're absolutely correct, because I work from home. So yeah,
Right?
about that this morning. Like I don't know many people around here because I don't leave the house.
The
And when
only
I do leave the house is to take like long road trips.
Right.
Not
Right.
long, but like an hour and a half away from me instead of like
Yeah.
right here locally. I bet you
Hi,
if
Proverbs.
I went into my local yarn store enough, they would get to know that they know me as Hook to the Left. But
Right.
I go in there maybe once every quarter, my local yarn store. It's just because they're more expensive. They don't sell like the cheaper yarns.
Yeah.
They
Do you
sell-
know, I bet Bag O' Day gets recognized all the time.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah, you know.
and I've said it before and I'll say it again. I would not want to follow her into Hobby Lobby or Joann's or Walmart or any place after a big yarn sale because it's probably like empty.
Yeah, yes. Oh, yes. Because yeah. Oh, I haven't seen her.
She did a Walmart one just real recently.
Yeah, she hasn't
Yeah.
been going out that much, but I haven't seen her do those big yarn hauls recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She probably gets recognized all the time. She's probably like, I'll just order it in.
Well, I think she stopped doing as much when COVID happened.
Oh, that's probably true.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Because she's very, very protective of her family, and I know
Yeah.
she
Sure.
homeschools too and stuff like that. To answer Lisa to ask me what work I do. I answer the phone, basically a CSR/admin for a pest control company out of the DC metro area. So I live in North Carolina, but I work for the DC metro area, which is actually Fairfax, Virginia. I used to live briefly in Virginia, Manassas, in the DC metro area, but it was too expensive to buy or almost live there. So
Yeah. It is. It is.
And then also I just had something happen with my mom, and I just came back and was here for a little bit and decided to move here and into the mountains because this is my happy place. The mountains. That's my happy place.
It's beautiful.
It is. I love
It
it.
really is. Really is. We should really say goodnight though, guys. 'Cause
Okay.
isn't the other group gonna start?
Yeah, they start in about a minute, so we don't want to go over them.
All right, guys. Well, thank you all so much for coming and stop back next week. We're going to be over at Whippy Chick. We're going to be at my channel and we're going to learn all about cable crochet. So
Crochet. We are going to have fun and we're going to learn a lot.
take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Are we still live?
We
I
are.
think we are.
I need to press end, right?
Yes, you do.
Ma'am.